Happy Friday, yogis, on this cold Friday afternoon. Let's make our way to child's pose. Take your time getting there. No rush at all. My hat's really keeping me warm, but I gotta take it off now. Good, as you're making your way to your child's pose, go ahead and just take some movements here. Sway the head side to side, just play around with the hips and work your way to comfortable. Nice and easy. Just find your child's pose without adding the breath. Just finding that ease into that beautiful child's pose. Begin to breathe a little bit more with purpose. So you're breathing in through your nose just a little bit longer than you normally would. And breathe out. Exhale a little more than you would. And press the lower part of your abdomen into the spine as you exhale. Good. And see if you can keep a slight pressure of the lower part of the abdomen and part of the spine so the air doesn't completely go all the way down into our belly. We don't want the air to go all the way down to our belly. Good. Turn up the breath a little bit more so you're breathing a little bit more than a second ago you were. Now this time, count the breaths yourself. And we'll start it all together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slight pause, breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Keep the patience. Count it yourself. 3. Exhale. Good. Slowly build a rhythm. Good. With the next time you exhale, just slightly engage the back of the throat muscles so the airway is a little bit constricted, so it creates that sound in the back of the throat, that ujjayi sound, that victorious warrior sound. And do your best to maintain this rhythm, maintain this patience throughout your practice. Good. Next time you breathe in, bring energy into the body and just slowly make your way to downward facing dog. And prior to down dog, go ahead and take any movements that make you feel good. Maybe you want to come to a tabletop, take some cat-cows, wiggle the body, shake the hips. Or you want to just press back to down dog and take your movements there. This is the beauty about the practice, Whatever movements you are taking, coordinate them with your inhales and exhales. And eventually work your way to stillness. So start with your foundation. So in this pose, it's your hands and your feet. So part your feet at hip distance width, second toe pointing straight forward. Invite a bend into the knees. Good. Take your eyes towards your hands and spread the fingers evenly at first. Then once you get the fingers spread evenly, walk your hands out so the middle fingers are on the outer edges of the shoulders. This gives you a good, opening of the chest. As you bend your knees even more towards the chest, press the hands away from you, bend the knees closer towards the chest, and stick your hips straight up high to the sky. So you're creating this, triangle. And the sides of the triangle are going apart, but at the same time, they're going up. So imagine your chest, your belly is going one way, the front of your thighs is going the other way, but they're all going up. Good, and breathe here, invite the sensations. Keep pressing into the L shapes of the hands, especially on the index knuckle. The wrist creases, the outer edges of the wrist crease bone is shorter than the inside. So that's one of the reasons why we take a lot of our weight into the outer edges of our wrist creases. And breathe with it. Wherever you're practicing at. Inhale. Breathe all the way out. Good. Together, breathe in. Breathe all the way out. Inhale one more time. Keep your hips up high. Lift all the way on the tips of the toes. Bend the knees towards the chest. Look forward. Meet in front of your mat. Part your feet at hip distance width. And work your way to bending the knees, sinking the hips, grabbing opposite biceps for ragdoll. Good. If you have a block, you can utilize your block here. Even if you have a little water bottle, you can do the same thing. You just lightly placing your hands onto it. And you want to bring the action into the legs. You don't want to bring the action into the other parts of the body. So always starts with the legs here. Good. Keep the breath going. Let the head drop down. Shake it out. Any movements that make you feel good here. And you're being simple. Good. Take another breathe in. All the way out. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Together, breathe in. As you exhale, release your hands, bend the knees, sink your hips. Good. Heel toe your feet right underneath you. So your big toes are touching. Insides of the heels are slightly touching. Good. Lift your toes off the ground. Spread the toes evenly. And reach them towards the front of your mat. And softly land them down. Press behind the big toe mound, little toe mound inside of the heel, outside of the heel. And slow motion, lift up halfway as you breathe in, creating a 90-degree angle with the hips. Exhale to a forward fold. Halfway lift, nice and slow motion. Exhale, forward fold. Keep pressing the feet down to the floor as you fold. One more time, halfway lift. So you're creating this 90-degree angle with the hips and stick your butt to the back of the room. Exhale to a forward fold. Slow motion, rise up to Tadasana from your feet. Inhale all the way high to the sky. Close your eyes as you breathe in. Parallel your chin to your mat. Good, take a deep breath in. Deep breath all the way out. Good, full breath in. And as you exhale, notice where in your body you're doing a little too much, and notice where you're not doing enough. Good, inhale, take it from too much to too little, and vice versa. Find a balance in the body. Two more. Inhale, open your eyes, gaze right between your hands. Exhale all the way out. One more time. Inhale all the way to the top. As you exhale, place your hands at the heart center, eyes looking straight forward. Good, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it all the way go. Good, as you inhale, think of a person's name that you want to dedicate your practice to. As you exhale, recite this person's name in the back of your head. So say the person's name as you breathe in, nice and patiently. And as you breathe out, recite this individual's name. So say it in the back of your head. Good, continue the breath in. Think of that person. And as you exhale, say their name. So anytime you come out of your practice, try this trick out. Inhale, reach the hands up high to the sky. Exhale to a forward fold. Good, follow the breath. Halfway lift, hands on the middle of the thighs. Check in with the shoulders, lift them up, shrug them into your ears. Into high plank. Lower all the way down onto your belly. We're gonna slowly work our way to upward facing dog. So at first, take your toes to the back of your mat, press up gently to a baby cobra. Slow motion release. Good. Slide your wrist creases underneath your elbows, baby cobra. Again, the tops of the feet are pressing down, lifting up through the heart. Slow motion release. This time, press up to an high cobra. Inhale, lifting yourself all the way to the front of your ribs. Lay your head back, open up the throat. And slow motion, resist. Keep pressing the tops of the feet as you lower. One more of those high cobras. Inhale, broaden your chest, lay your head back, open up the throat. Slow motion, resist as you come down. This time, press up to an up dog. Inhale, press the hands down, tips of the toes on the ground. Lift the thighs off the floor, front of the shoulders back. And from your strong core, slow motion, press back to downward facing dog. We'll meet you there. Good, together, breathe in. Open your mouth, let it all the way go. Inhale to the top. Open your mouth and softly let this air go. This time, breathe in through your nose. Find stillness in your body. Focus your breath out of your nose. Bend the knees. Look between your hands. Walk, step, meet in front of your mat. Halfway lift. Let's do that. One breath per pose. Forward fold. Keep it patient. Tadasana, rise. Using the inhale, nice and slow motion. Keep pressing the feet down to the ground. Exhale, slow motion to a forward fold. So you're moving to that rhythm of the 4 count. Here is the halfway lift. At least you're doing your best. Good. Into a high plank. Good. Lower down to low plank. Straighten your arms, up dog. Lay your head back, spread the collarbones wide. Slow motion from your strong belly button. Press back, down dog. Together in. All the way out. Good, focus on the air in. Easy breath out. Good. One more time, all the way to the top. Allow this air to go out of the body, out of the body. Bend the knees, spot your landing, meet in front of your mat. Keep it simple, halfway lift. Let's do that again. Forward fold, sun salutation A. Rise to Tadasana all the way to the top. Slow motion forward fold. Let your thoughts get hold of you. Remember that individual's name. Inhale, think about that individual's name. Halfway lift, there it is. And as you exhale, high plank, recite that individual's name, low plank. Here is the inhale. In nice and slow motion, downward facing dog. Rolling the tips of the toes. Good, shake the head loose as you breathe in. Exhale all the way out. Drop your thoughts. Just let them slowly flake to the ground. Good, continue the breath. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale this air out, all the way out. Bend the knees, spot the landing, meet in front of your mat. Halfway lift from the ground. Inner thighs towards the back of the room. Forward fold, nice slow motion. Keep your inner thighs rotating back. Tadasana, rise from your strong feet. Take that energy all the way to the hands. And as you exhale, nice and slow motion, forward fold. Use your leg muscles to resist as you come down. Good, halfway lift. Head of the shoulders up and into high plank, low plank. So one solid move. Follow the breath to up dog. And let's meet you in downward facing dog. It's that simple. Good. Together, breathe in. Open your mouth. Let it all the way out. Good. Together, inhale. Open your mouth and let it all the way go. Good. Together, one more time. All the way, inhale. Let this air go out of the body. Bend the knees, spot the landing. Meet in front of your mat. Good, halfway lift. Follow it to a forward fold. Good, chair pose. Breathe all the way in. Good, sink your hips lower as you breathe out. Good, take your knees behind your toes. Sink the hips a little lower. Good, so if you're new to chair pose, take a look at the camera, and this is the most common thing that we do. Our knees are all the way in front of our toes. So if you just move the hips all the way back, the knees will slowly come with it. And this is so much less taxing on the body. Good, and breathe with it. And ask yourself, are you having fun? Because if you're not having fun, you're missing a big part of the practice. Inhale wherever you are. Slow motion, forward fold. Good. Halfway lift. Inhale. Into high plank, low plank. Evenly spread the fingers, middle fingers on outside of the shoulders. Up dog. Roll the chest open. Good, keep that chest open, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior one. Come through, sink into your right knee. Reach the hand straight up high to the sky. Good, your back leg is your anchor. So press it away from you. You're pressing evenly on a big toe mound inside of the heel, on the little toe mound and outside of the heel. So the pressure is evenly distributed. Good. Take the head of the left femur up and towards the front of your mat. When this action happens, the knee kind of like buckles in. So ground out to the blade edge of the left foot a little bit more and rotate the hips to the front. Once you got that going, press down to the inside of the left leg. Inhale one more time wherever you are. Sink into that right knee. Windmill the hands down to the ground, high plank, low plank. Good, invite the sensations, rise up, up dog. Take the hips back, downward facing dog, left foot forward, warrior one. Step through, right leg back, and breathe here. So as you can see, if you're looking at the camera, my right hip is all the way behind my left one. So I want to press my feet down as I inhale. And as I exhale, see if I can rotate my hips towards the front. Once the hips come forward towards the front, guess what? The chest will also come with it. And so as you can see, if your back leg is too far away from the right heel, you're going to have so much of a tough time to open up the hips. So take the center of the left heel and place it on the outer edge of the right heel, so the back leg. Invite the sensations. One more deep breath in. You got this. Good. Exhale, get out of there. High plank. We have 2.5 hours of class left. Don't worry, you'll sweat today. Up. Yes, there it is. Downward facing dog. I can't tell if my jokes are funny nowadays because I can't hear you guys. So I don't know if I'm funny recently or not, but I'm just going to go with I am, because this most of the time is true. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Invite the breath. Lift all the way on the tips of the toes. Look forward and meet in front of your mat. Good. Halfway lift gracefully. Fold. Chair pose. Breathe in. Spread the chest open. Forward fold. Keep your inner thighs rotating towards the back of your mat as you fold. Here is the halfway lift. Check in with the head of the shoulders. Shrug them towards the ears and up to high plank, low plank. Just one solid move here. Here is your up dog all the way to the top. Take the hips back, downward facing dog, right side, warrior one, step through, no thinking, no hesitation, and exhale, get out of there, take your time, no rush at all, to low plank. Excellent, follow the breath. And there it is, the down dog. It's that simple, left foot forward. It's just like a dance. Here is the one step to warrior one. Here's the second step to low plank. Good. Here's the one step high plank. Up dog. Then there's the down dog, the second step. Good. Full breath in. All the way out. All the way in. All the way let it go. This time, focus your breath in through your nostrils, evenly inviting the air through both of them. And as you exhale, evenly let the air go out of the nostrils, look forward, bend the knees, and meet in front of your mat. Good, follow the breath, halfway lift. Yeah, forward fold. Chair pose, breathe. Forward fold, nice and slow motion. Good, follow the breath. Halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades into one another, broad chest, high plank, low plank. So right away, spread the fingers evenly. Good, roll up, up dog. Notice if you're rushing. If you are, come back to the breath. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Come through all the way to the top. Take your hands to the sky. And get out of there. Nice and slow motion, taking your right leg back, low plank up dog. And the down dog, then the other side. Come right in. Focus all the way. Inhale. And you're out of there. Good. Up dog, beautiful work. You know what to do. You've done this so many times. Downward facing dog will meet you there. Good. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth, gently let the air go. Inhale, soft, gentle air into the body. Open your mouth and let it softly come out. Good. One more of those. Inhale. Open your mouth and sigh this air all the way go, all the way out. Look forward, bend the knees and meet in front of your mat. Good. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Good. Sink the hips low into chair pose. Good. Light up the fingers to the sky. So check in with the center of your knees. Whether your feet are together at hip distance width or a little apart, you want the center of the knees to go straight forward. Just if your center of your knees are going at an angle or out, in, this is so much more taxing on a body. So take your center of your knees, the same alignment with your second toe going straight forward, and stick your hips to the back of the room. This will automatically take your knees behind your toes. Inhale the hands at the heart center. As you exhale, left elbow outside of the right knee, take your twist. Good. When we twist to the right, the left knee tends to come way forward from the right. And it's also the left hip comes down with it. So from your foundation, press the four corners down, inner ankles, inner calves towards the back of the room, and stick your butt up high to the sky. Good. From here, take your left knee back by the right. Sink the hips low, lift the heart higher than the hips. Good. Level up the hips. The left hip tends to come down and forward. So lift it up and back. If splitting the palms is in your practice, you go ahead and go for it. Good. Take one more deep inhale. Slowly forward fold. Keep that core strong as you fold. Good. Back into chair pose, breathe in. In. Knees behind your toes, sink a little bit lower. All the way to the top. All the way out. Inhale. Exhale the hands at the heart center. Take one more deep breath in. Squeeze your hands, lift up through the chest. Right elbow outside of the left knee, take your twist. So once again, check in with your foundation. The right knee tends to come forward. So find your foundation and work your way to the rest of the body. Stack your elbows on top of one another. Middle finger towards the left side of the mat. And rotate the center of your chest towards the thumbs, taking your left shoulder to the right, right shoulder to the left, rotating the body. Good, and breathe here. Splitting the palms is a beautiful thing to do if that's in your practice. Try it out if you've never done it before. See how that lands, and take one more deep breath in. Oh yeah, say hello to your legs. Forward, fold. Heel toe your feet out to your hip distance. Good. Sink the hips low. Grab your toes with your peace fingers and forward fold. If you have a block, you can also just place a block underneath your forehead and just take some of that weight into the block. Shake the head loose. Just notice what you have done. Notice what you have created. Beautiful, stay where you are. Or move into crow pose, child's pose. You can also do tap it up, go to your wall and, do some tap up stuff. And you can, just take it easy, take child's pose and whatever feels good for you. And only you know your body way better than anybody else. So what is your body telling you? And to listen to the body, you gotta breathe. Once you breathe, you gotta listen to the breath first. Once you comprehend the language of the breath and get more understanding of it, you'll see that it literally speaks to you. It'll tell you what to do. We're gonna be here for 3. Don't be afraid to fall. Falling is part of the process, and let's meet you in downward facing dog, however you wanna get there. Yes, good. And once you get to your down dog, go ahead and place your feet together in the back of your mat. Good. Kick your right heel straight back behind you at hip distance high. Draw your knee into your nose, float the shoulders on top of the wrist, round the back nice and high to the sky. Kick it back, breathe in. As you bring your knee into your nose, round the back all the way high to the sky. Good, kick it back, breathe in. Knee into the nose, give it a little crunch. Kick it back, breathe in. Knee into the nose, press the hands down. Good, kick it back one more time. Bend your right heel towards the hips. Then from there, peel your hips open. Check in with the center of the left knee. The center of the left knee tends to go towards the right. So see if you can take the center of the left knee straight forward. And we take a lot of our weight into our left shoulder. So see if you can square your shoulders towards the front of your mat. Good, stay where you are or go ahead into flip dog, wild things in your practice, wheels in your practice. Go for it. In whichever route you've chosen to take, breathe with patience. Let the sensations come in. If you chose wild thing, ground down through the inside of the left leg, come all the way on the tips of the right toes, lay your head back, open up the throat. If you chose not to flip over, keep your shoulders squared. Good, from flip dog, top hand up to the sky, inhale. Everybody, come up to a high plank. Take your right hand in the middle of your mat, roll the chest open to the left side of the room, left hand up, right hand down, stack your feet on top of one another for Vasisthasana, side plank. Lift the hips up, begin to lift your left leg all the way high to the sky. And as soft as possible, slow motion your left leg towards the front of your mat. And come up to a crescent lunge. Nice work. And if you land it like a brick, it's all good. It happens to all of us. So find your stillness. Find that easy crescent lunge. Center of the knee going forward. Hips are square. You're sitting up tall on the right toes. Inner right thigh is pointing to the back. And the head of the right femur is up and towards the front. And you're just comfortable breathing here. Wherever you are, inhale, all the way out. All the way in, all the way out. Inhale the hands at the heart center, sit up tall. Go ahead and take your twist. Hook the right elbow outside of the left knee. Take your twist. Good, and breathe here. Lift up through the torso. Light as a feather, your weight on top of the left knee from your elbow. Lay your head back, open up the throat. Spread the fingers evenly. Notice what's going on with your back leg. Is it strong here, or is it just hanging there for the ride? And you can always drop onto the right knee, which is a super duper awesome thing to do. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, keep twisting, keep twisting, keep twisting. Look to the floor. Warrior two, rise. Yes, slightly bend the elbows here. As you bend your elbows, lift up to the sides of the ribs. Good, shrug your shoulders into your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades into one another. Keep your shoulder blades intact and slowly take your hands out to a point. We don't lose the engagement of the shoulder blades. Whenever we lose the shoulder blade engagement, your chest kind of comes down. So breathe with it. Take a full breath in. Check in with the front ribs. As you exhale, lift them up and all the way in. Inhale, left palm to the sky, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, left side of the body. Good, and breathe. Focus on that air, in and out. So your back leg is your anchor, just like that warrior series we took. Warrior one, and you want this long line from the blade edge of the right foot all the way to the right fingers. Good, and breathe with it. Light as a feather, your elbow on top of the knee. Good, some of you are well practiced. Maybe take a half a bind, a full bind, maybe go somewhere else. We're gonna be here for 5. Here is the 4. Here is the 3. Here is the 2. Yes, take one more deep breath in and get out of there. Exhale to low plank. Keep that core strong. Up, down dog. Let's meet you there. Good, full breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it all the way out. Good. Take your feet together in the back of your mat. Breathe all the way out. Left leg straight back behind you. Knee and to the nose. Float the shoulders on top of the wrists. Kick it back. Inhale. To the nose. Give it a crunch. Kick it back. Breathe in. Give it a crunch. Kick it back, breathe in. Bend the left knee and peel your hips open here. So when we twist our left knee up high like this, the weight tends to come onto the right shoulder and our shoulders come out of alignment. And the center of the right knee goes towards the left side. So press evenly into your hands, squaring up your shoulders towards the front of your mat, evenly spreading the fingers. Check in with the knee, maybe lift all the way on the tips of the right toes and lift the hips up higher. See how that works out. Good, stay where you are, or with the next exhale, go ahead into flip dog if that's in the practice. Wild thing, wheel, so many things that you can do. You can also take child's pose if you like. Beautiful, just absorbing the air in. Whenever you inhale, notice what's happening to your body. And whenever you breathe out, just notice the way it's happening. Good, lay your head back, open up the throat. Good, extend that top hand all the way to the front. Good, take your top hand up to the sky if you flipped over. Come up to a high plank, take your left hand in the middle of your mat and roll the chest open for a side plank on your right side. Good, and breathe here. One of the most common things that we do here is we dump our hips. So kick through the insides of the feet and lift the hips up high to the sky. Begin to lift your right leg all the way off the ground. Look forward and soft as you can, rise up to a crescent lunge and breathe with it. So your crescent lunge could be super deep with your legs, or they could be super short. The idea is the same. The idea is to breathe. The idea is to allow the nutrients that we absorb to, digest. The energy will naturally come in and the waste products will simply just come out. Good. Together, breathe in wherever you are, all the way out. Inhale the hands of the heart center. Exhale, hook the left elbow outside of the right knee. Take your twist. Good, strong left leg. Square up your hips towards the front of the mat. Left femur forward and towards the front. Inhale, squeeze your hands into one another. See if you can stack your elbows on top of one another. Right shoulder to the left, left shoulder to the right. 2 more. In, all the way out. Yes, inhale. All the way out, all the way out. Strong legs from your legs. Inhale, warrior 2, rise. Good, slightly bend the elbows and take your elbows towards the left side of the room. Draw your shoulder blades into one another. Lift up through the sides of the ribs, opening up your heart. Good, keep your eyes at your middle right finger. Extend the hands back. Together, breathe in. Breathe all the way out. Inhale, right palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Good, so we want this angle to be sharp here. So as we drop our right elbow, we tend to curve right in the middle of our section. Just imagine that you're doing Tadasana like this. So see if you can create that opening of the chest like Tadasana, but you're in an extended side angle with your torso. All the poses are exactly similar, like 99.99 the same. They're just different formations of it. Good, and invite it. Be at peace with it. All of it. All the good stuff, all the bad stuff. You fall, come back with a bigger smile. And this is a great place to challenge yourself, Stay where you are, begin to go to somewhere that I haven't said anything to. Maybe a half a bind is in your practice, maybe a full bind. Maybe a gentle smile could help you. Good, we're just gonna be here for 5. Remember, you can always come back. Here is the 3. Good, strong back leg. Keep that left knee on top of the ankle. Take 1 more deep breath in. And slowly get out of there. Say hello to high plank, low plank. Rise up. Take it back, down. Good, in together. Open your mouth, let it all the way go. Good, inhale. Open your mouth and let it all the way out. Good, take 1 more deep breath in. Look forward, bend the knees and meet in front of your mat. Good, halfway lift. Forward fold. Tadasana, spring all the way up. Exhale the hands through your heart and drop your hands down beside you. Good, rotate your palms towards the front of your mat, lifting up through the chest, opening up the body. So your traditional Tadasana. And from here, lean onto the left leg. At first, lift your right leg off the ground, creating a 90-degree angle with the knee, the ankle, and the hip, and lean back into center here. So it's very important for this front left thigh to go back. So stick your left butt cheek up high to the sky, rotating the inner left thigh towards the back, and this will lift you up so much taller. As you can see, I'm creating a 90-degree angle with the neck, with the hip and the knee and the ankle. So notice what's going on with your second left toe. Is it going to the sides or are you going straight forward? Beautiful. And follow the breath in and out, just finding that stillness. Level up the hips. You can also just take your hands on your hips and just check it out. Notice if you're wobbling, notice if one is lifted more than the other. Good, take a deep breath in. As you exhale into eagle, wrap your right leg over the left. Take your right hand underneath the left one. Good, and lift your elbows to your shoulders height. Good, if you have tight shoulders, tight upper chest, you can take your hands beside you like they were. You can take them up. You can take your hands beside you at the heart. Good, it's very important. Just like we did earlier, knees behind your toes. So stick your butt to the back of the room and lift up through the chest. See if you can take your torso right on top of the hips and sink in like you would in a chair pose. Good, take one more deep breath in. From your eagle, exhale into airplane, taking your hands beside you. Good, check in with the back right toe. Notice where it's pointing. We want that back right toe to turn to face the ground. Then from here, left thigh towards the back, and you're lifting up through the chest. Good. And just breathe here. Yes, for 3. Here is the 2. Take one more inhale. Slow motion to a forward fold. Good work. Halfway lift. Fold down. Tadasana rise. Hands through the heart center. Release the hands down beside you. Lean to the right. Lift your left leg off the ground. Center of the left knee going forward. Second toe going forward. And you just, like a little bird, just finished up his snack of earth grubs and some leaves and things. And you're just hanging out here. One leg into the chest, one leg off the ground. Just calm, breathing in and out. Remember, if your thoughts kind of go way all over the place, come back to that, think of that person's name, and as you breathe out, recite that individual. Go take one more deep inhale. Exhale into eagle, wrapping your left leg on top of the right, your left hand underneath the right. As you can see, I have pretty tight shoulders here. So for me to wrap my hands all the way around, I would kind of forcing it, but I don't want to force it because this makes it even tougher. So what I'm going to do is just place it down beside me. Maybe take my hands at the heart, maybe go up like to the sky with my hands, and whatever is making me feel good here. Good. One of my other favorite ones is to interlace my hands behind me and my reaching down, lifting the chest up a little higher. Good, for 3. Good, stick your butt to the back of the room. Here is the 2. Take one more deep breath in. Slow motion, fly into an airplane. Rotate your palms to face the floor and press the air with your hands. And as you press the air with your hands, lift up through the chest, taking your nose a little bit forward. Good, and breathe here. Notice what's going on with the second left toe. Where is the second left toe pointing? We want that toe to point to the ground and kick through the inside of the left leg. Yes, that was good. Take deep breath in one more time. Slow motion, forward fold. Let the air come out of the body. Good, halfway lift, breathe in. Into high plank, low plank. Rise up to up dog. Take the hips back, Downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Split the palms to warrior two. Straighten your right knee. Reach forward with your right hand. Hinge at the hips. Come in to triangle. Notice if you're hyperextending this right knee, very common thing to do. Just invite a micro bend in it. Good, inner thighs rotated towards the back. And from here, you want to open your chest from the right side to the sky. Check in with the head. Sometimes we just dump our head down, just forget about it. So the head is part of the practice. Extend through it. Lay your head back. And see if you can take your head towards your butt. Opening up the hips a little bit more. Good, breathe here. Just a couple more here. And this beautiful pose, triangle. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, bend your right knee. And inhale, rise all the way up. Turn your toes to the left side of your mat. Place your hands on your hips for wide-legged forward fold. And as you breathe out, slowly bend at the knees and lead with your heart. Drop the hands to the ground. Wide-legged forward fold. You can take your hands on your toes, the outer edges of your feet, on the shins. Behind you. You can also place the tips of the fingers on the ground and lift up through the heart. Whichever route you've chosen to take, just breathe with it. Keeping a long body, whether your hands are on the floor, extending through the spine, or the hands are on the ground in a different variation. Good. Slowly take your hands underneath your shoulders, slightly bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. As you exhale, place your hands on your hips. Turn your left toes towards the left side of your mat. Turn your right toes to a 45-degree angle. So you're creating this long triangle legs. Inhale your hands to the sides. Reach forward until you can and hinge at the hips for triangle on your other side. Check in with the hyperextension of the left knee. Just invite a slight bend into it. This makes a big difference. The same thing with the back one. And rotate the chest open. One of the most common things that happens is this left shoulder points towards the right. So as you can see, the shoulder is not in one line. And the shoulder blades are so far apart. So from here, roll the left shoulder behind you here and squeeze your shoulder blades into one another and see if you can shrug your left shoulder into your ear. So the shoulders are in one line and you get a nice structure in the upper back. You're engaged, you're fully formed. And breathe with it. For 3. Good, here is the 2. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly bend your left knee. Good, slowly rise up to wide-legged forward fold, taking your left toes and your right toes towards that left, and just leading with your heart forward fold. Good. Try out a different variation this time. Maybe you want to go upside down this round. Maybe you have never tried going upside down and you want to try it now. See what would happen. And breathe here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Yes. Just a couple more. Focusing on the breath and out. If you chose to go upside down, gracefully make your descend. Good. Slowly crawl your hands and your feet towards the front of your mat, nice and slowly. And just make your way onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Knees into the chest, and just notice what you have done so far. Just very gentle rock side to side. If you have happy babies in your practice, you can go ahead and take that too. Good, place your feet down onto the floor. Take your feet nice and close to your hamstrings. See if you can touch the heels with the tips of the fingers. And part your feet at hip distance width so that you get a nice base. Press the backs of the shoulders into the ground, lift up through the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades into one another so your spine is already lifted up. Then from here, slowly press into the feet and lift the hips up off the ground for bridge pose. You can also take a little block, place it underneath the hips. You can also take a little towel, could be, as slim as this. Anything just to get your hips up. You can also take a pillow, just place it underneath your sacrum. Good, just lifting the hips up. Good, and breathe here. You can interlace your hands behind your back. You can cactus them if you like. And breathe for 3. Inhale for 2. And for 1, slowly meet on the ground. Good, take a full breath in. Open your mouth, let it all the way go. Inhale, rise up, number 2. Good, breathe all the way out. Inhale. All the way out. Good, focus on your breath in. Slowly descend back down to the floor. Just notice what you have done and just slowly breathe all the way out. Even though heart rate is high, your body's speaking to you. Just keep the breath patient. Good, rise up, number 3, 5 more. And as you breathe out, recite that individual's name. Good, think of that individual's name. Recite it to yourself. It's a form of meditation. Good, take 3 more of these. And whenever you're done, just meet on your back. And just take a clearing inhale and exhale and rise up for your last one. Just 5 more. No thinking, no hesitation. Just letting the breath do the work. Whenever you're all done, just come all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest for a few minutes. Just rocking side to side. Just a few rocks side to side. Then from there, place your feet down onto the ground. Touch the soles of the feet together. Drop your knees to the sides of the room. Take your left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. Close your eyes. And just focus on your deep inhale through your nose. Deep exhale out of your nose. With your next inhale, place your hands on the outside of the thighs. Slow motion, close your thighs together. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself side to side. Good, just a very gentle rock side to side. If happy babies in your practice, go for it. Something else that's in your practice, go for it. Good, place your feet down onto the floor. And from here, hug your right knee into your belly. Let the left leg go all the way long. Good, and go ahead and cross your right knee across your torso to the left. Take your left hand on the outside of the right knee and extend the right hand forward to the right. Take your eyes to the left for an extra twist. To the right for an extra twist. And just breathe here. Breathing into the side body. Extend through the back of the neck. Tuck your chin slightly in so the back of the neck is long. And breathe deep in, deep out. Slowly come back to center. Place your feet down onto the ground. Realign your spine. Realign your shoulders. Good. Feet on the floor. And go ahead and go to the other side. Left knee into the belly. Right leg forward. And cross your left knee to the left. For a little extra twist, look to the left. And breathe with it. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Just make your movements, whatever they look like for you today. Whatever these movements look like for you today. Good. from here, choose your inversion. Yogic choice for today. So think of an inversion to do. And an inversion is anything that gets your hips elevated on top of your, above your heart. So you can even do down dog as an inversion. You can do tap ups, just kick your feet up. So many inversions out there. Whichever route you've chosen to take, just breathe with it. One of my favorite inversions out there is just to take a block and just cover up my sacrum and lift the feet straight up. One of the hardest, yoga poses out there because it tests our patience. And it's physically demanding. It doesn't look like a hard pose, but it's very, very demanding. Just breathe with it. Just going to be here about a minute more. So whatever you're at, just about a minute more. Future shoulder stand, slowly make your progression to plow pose, then death man's pose. Excellent, yogi. Slowly make your way to your back. If you chose to go upside down, an inversion with your hands, just take a child's pose for a few. Good, and once you get to your back, bend the knees and take your feet to the wide edges of your mat. And drop both knees to the right side. Take your hands beside you, close your eyes. Just slowly make your way to the other side. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into the chest. Wrap your hands around your shins. Close your eyes and tuck your chin into the chest, forehead between your knees as you give yourself a final squeeze. Squeeze yourself even more, even more. Keep squeezing, keep exhaling a little bit more, a little bit more. Shavasana. Let's meet you there. Rest your hands beside you. Rest your feet nice and long. We'll come out of here in X amount of minutes. Slowly breathe in. Slowly let the air come out of the body. Slowly wake yourself up. Start with your limbs. Work your way to the rest of the body. Good. Slowly hug your knees into your chest. Roll to your right side. Make your way to a comfortable seat in front of your mat. Place your hands at the heart center. Lift up tall, close your eyes. Thank the individual that you thought of throughout your practice. Thank the yogis that practiced with you today. Thank yourself for doing something good for you. Thank this beautiful practice. Bow your head towards your heart. Namaste. Namaste, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Hit me up. Rock on. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. See you guys next time.